my God! Breaking news! Twitter king Elon Musk bad links! I'm Oatmeal Joe, I'm gonna try to break this down. Whether or not this is a joke video or whatnot, you decide. I'm gonna read a quick tweet from Twitter support. Specifically, we will remove accounts created solely for the purpose of promoting other social platforms and content that contains links or usernames for the following platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Mastodon, Truth Social, Tribal, etc. What the world? What does that mean? Solely? What does solely mean? Is it like 100%? No, there's 100%. Like 0%, 50%, 99%, 90%. What is solely? How often is solely? How much? How often? How many? That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to rant a little bit without screaming. I think I'm kind of crazy and funny and sometimes not funny and stuff. I kind of like what I do. Sometimes I don't. But anyways, like I watch my videos. Sometimes I don't watch my videos and stuff. I want to make a video. I don't care if anybody watches it or not. Well, it's not like what I say is gospel or anything. I just wanted to tell you my thoughts on this and a variety of things that are probably related to this. It's like I'm thinking I'm advertising stuff on Twitter. Like, for example, I might be like on Twitter and I might be like, check out my Facebook! But but it's like on my Facebook, I might be like, check out my Twitter! So it's like a full circle, like Lion King. I thought, that's worth noting, for example. There's like a million things that are really, really important, like what is advertisement and marketing, and can you really ban it? Elon Musk might be like, well, you're going to have to pay money if you want to like advertise and market and stuff. It's like other websites don't tolerate it, especially with competitors and whatnot, competitors to Twitter, if that's the only thing the account is used for. And you have accounts on Twitter that are named after other competitors, video competitors, social media, or blockchain competitors. You have like Hive Blog, Steemit, you have Rumble and Odyssey, and a lot of different websites, social media, blockchains, etc. And it's cool and all, but it's like, are you gonna ban them? Are you going to ban them because, like, are you going to suspend them because, like, they're promoting, they're marketing their websites, their social media? I'm not saying that you should or whatnot. Like, I'm just saying, like, it sounds like you're saying that they can't do it. I guess maybe you're saying, like, you had to pay money. If you're saying that you had to pay money in order to be allowed to do that, then it's like maybe they're paying money and they're marketing because they're paying money for ads, and I think it's kind of crazy. Like let me tell you, like imagine if Donald Trump was on here and he's like, please. Oh wait, he's not that old. Sorry, I'm making not really. I can't do Trump. I can't do Trump. I'm not Steven Crowder. I can't do it. But imagine if he's like telling people to go to Truth Social to get your truth on for your own truth and everything. Like, would he be banned? Imagine if he's not paying money. Like if he wasn't paying $8 a month to do marketing on Twitter, would he be banned if that was the only thing he was doing? And I'm probably making a big deal about this, and maybe Elon is trolling or whatnot. I don't know what's going on. But I wanted to really quickly react because I think it's kind of interesting, like whether or not Trump was advertising or not. It's like he would be either way, whether it's direct or indirect. Because it's like, if Trump goes on Twitter and says, go onto my website, which is a competitor to Twitter, then he would be breaking the rules. If that was the rule, and it might be, It looks like it is according to that tweet, unless if that changes or I'm misinterpreting, but or something. But if that was the case, then he'd be breaking the rules. But in another scenario, it's like, imagine if he doesn't do that, you could be like, well, he's not breaking the rules, but indirectly he would be, because just his presence would be him marketing, because it's like McDonald's. They would always do like free marketing. They would have Ronald McDonald the clown go around doing public events, birthday parties and stuff, and he would do it for free a lot of times, or every time, because it's like, it's marketing. And so the idea is, it's like, either you do it or you don't, but either way you're doing it. Like, you're marketing, you're advertising. So it's like what's going on? It's like, what's the deal? What's the deal now? I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. But it's like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just complaining online. Why am I complaining? But it's like, am I complaining? I'm just trying to speak logic into the air everywhere. It's like, I think it's kind of silly. But then again, it's like, of course, it's like, you have a website, you can decide how you want to do things. Like, what do you want to do? Like, what are the rules? And if that's the rule, that's, I don't know, but it's like, how do you define solely? Think about that. Notice how the tweet says solely, but how do you decide? How do you know? How do you decide what is solely? What is only? Like, what does that mean? Does that mean 100%? Like I said earlier, does it mean 100%? Because nothing in life is 100%. You can't be like promoting something, marketing, advertising 100% solely, like only, like all the time, 100%ly. You're not going to be doing it 100%. So what if you're doing it like 99%? Is that still solely? 98%, okay. 97%, okay. 96%, still solely. 95%. You get my drift? You know, like, you understand what I'm trying to say? It's like, what is the limit? What is the cutoff date? Percentage, I mean. How much is too much? Like I said earlier. And I have no idea. I know that I'd be breaking the rules. I probably am breaking the rules and everything. And again, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what Elon Musk is doing. He might be trolling. He might be doing a wide variety of things. And so this video that I'm making might be pretty pointless, but I wanted to make it. And it just makes me wonder, you know, it's just like, marketing is marketing, and there's a circle, like I said earlier. Like, I'm on Facebook promoting my Twitter, I'm on my Twitter promoting my Facebook, my YouTube, my Hive, my BitChute, my Rumble, this website, that website, this blockchain, that blockchain, this blog, another blog, a wide variety of things. And imagine if I promoted a website and it's just like, it's a car website, and Twitter says, well, that's okay, it's not a competitor. But then tomorrow it becomes a competitor to Twitter. And then what does Twitter do? Does Twitter go and say, now that it is a competitor, now that the car website is now a social media, we're going to go and ban you because of what you did? Even though at the time it wasn't breaking the rules, but now it is, because the website is now a competitor. Because now the website is a competitor, and before it wasn't a competitor, but now it is a competitor. It's like, what do you do? Do you ban somebody because the new rules are broken, but you know, like the person, you know, like Taylor Lorenz, like, for example, maybe a bad example because I have no idea exactly what happened. I mean, I kind of know, but I don't exactly know. But it's like, think about this. Like, what do you do? Like, because like, you do something and it breaks the rules, but you you get banned if you break the rules. But if you do something and it doesn't break the rules, but then later on new rules says what you did in the past did break the rules, are you punished now because of the new rules? And I say that's kind of crazy because the rules are always changing, and I think it's kind of devastating, pretty devastating, I think. And I think like banning people, like it's dangerous to ban people. I think like first off, it's like a website doesn't have to be for absolute free speech, like the First Amendment kind of thing. Like you don't have to allow people, not necessarily. The problem is, first off, like Facebook was like, this place is going to be a place for all ideas. Mark Zuckerberg was talking about that, and he said that like over 10 years ago in like interviews. And it's like, it's fine, but it's like, are you really going to support that? Are you going to keep that going if you're going to like tell everybody that, if you're going to market your website, be it Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or anything else, like if you're going to say something like, we're going to let people say anything they want, then it's like, you should let people say whatever they want. But it's like, this is like bait and switch. It's like, you come in, you let people do whatever they want, but then you come in a few years later, you come back and you tell everybody, just kidding, just joking, like, oh, sorry, we have to save the world from terrible things, because sticks and stones shall break my words, but words will never hurt me, except now it will. That's basically what people are saying. It's like, so if Elon Musk is saying like Twitter is free speech, then it should be, but it's not, basically. And it doesn't have to be necessarily, unless if it's like supported or funded by the government or something, which it might be, or maybe it was, or like Facebook, YouTube, like some websites might have been funded by taxpayers and by the government, like by the government through the taxes. And like if a website is a public town square, perhaps it has to, if it's a platform, if it's trying to get liability protection, perhaps it has to allow for legal free speech that's protected under the First Amendment and whatnot. But I'm speaking hypothetically, like outside of that, it's like it's possible to be like outside of that and be like okay with like you. I think it's okay to have a website and to let everybody know that you have rules and you're going to allow for some things, but if you're going to do that, don't go around advertising the social media platform as a absolute free speech platform, because that's like false advertisement. And that's what I feel like YouTube is guilty of doing. YouTube and Facebook and even Twitter at that time. I mean, it's possible perhaps they didn't really do that, but my perception was always like that. My first impression was always like, it seemed like, based on the advertisement, the marketing of these big tech ghettos, and I should know, since I'm from the ghetto in Oregon, look at me, what do I know? But it's like it seemed like that's what they were trying to do. That's what they were trying to say, like, come here, do anything you want, say whatever you want, kind of thing. And it's like, if you're gonna do that, then you should let people say whatever they want. Because because you said you would, but it's like, I guess you can change your mind, I guess, but it's like, it's pretty crazy to just like turn around and say, just kidding. It's like, you marry, like a man marries a girl and says, you get everything you want, and I'll buy whatever you say. And then 5 years in, you're like, just kidding, I'm not gonna do it anymore. That's pretty heartbreaking. Not that it doesn't happen, and like it happens, like, kind of thing, but that might be a bad example. And my example would, like Trump advertising, that might be a bad example and stuff. But it's like, you know what I'm trying to say, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm just trying to spill out my guts and tell you that it's like, it's false advertisement kind of thing. Not that I'm totally against it, but it's like, I don't want false advertisement, but I know that it's gonna happen. Like, whether it's false advertisement or misinformation, disinformation, it's like, people are gonna say stuff, and it may hurt or not hurt, but it's like, it's a dangerous world, and so it's like, if you're gonna have a website, you should come up with a different terminology and call it like limited space instead of free space, or something. Come up with some kind of new terminology, some kind of new phrase to let people know, like, it's not absolute. Instead of like trying to redefine free speech, which is what people do, whether they know it or not, they do it, and people are doing it. They've done it for a very long time without knowing it, or some people do know it. They just kind of say it. They just kind of say, like, well, free speech does not mean like you can do whatever you want, and like, you're watching a movie and you say fire, and then, you can't say fire. Well, actually, you can. There may be consequences, but it's not like you were stopped from saying it in the first place. It's like with the whole thing about, having Taylor's, what's her name again? Taylor Lorenz suspended. It's okay. I guess it's like, you can do that, but I would rather have, like, people taken to court. If the people haven't been taken to court, I believe in the right to a fair trial. And I don't know if they were taken to, like, I don't know if she was taken to court or not, or what's happening, but it's like, I would rather have those things decided in a court of law, and have them punished outside of a website, instead of having a website punish them, especially if it's like pre-crime and pre-trial. And that's another thing that I think is terrible, is like, if you're focused on prevention over correction, which, like, prevention is great because you don't want bad things to happen, but it violates free will. And I think that's a terrible thing. Even though it's like, people want to be safe, especially all you ladies out there, over the men. The men are more dangerous, statistically speaking. But it's like I strongly believe in free will. Even the right to do wrong, and then if you do wrong, then hopefully you're taken to court. And I know it's like, the justice system, the judges and the jurors can be corrupt in some cases, some places, and that's terrible. But I still believe in trying to go through the legal means for justice. Going to court, it's very important. It's very good, and that's what I want. So it's like, I would rather have that than excessive tyranny. I also wanted to say that I believe in decentralization over privacy, Privacy is good, but at this moment in time, with everything that's going on, it's more important to have decentralization. Of course, you can have both at the same time. You can have decentralization and privacy, but moreover, it's like when we're trying to expose evil and corrupt government and corporations and big tech and everything else, especially with the Twitter files and everything else, it's like if you're focused on privacy, then like if you're a whistleblower, for example, and you're being private about it, that's good in a sense, and perhaps you're working out your case, you're gonna take it to court, or you're gonna publish it in a video, in an article, with WikiLeaks or Project Veritas or Alex or somebody else. It's good. The problem is we got governments like the FBI, CIA, others that can come into your house at any time. They can swap you like they do with Tim Pool and Chrissie and other people. So many people, like they just come. Even Trump, like they come in and they'll take your hard drives, they'll take your stuff, and so it's like, in that sense, privacy is bad. Even though it's good, it's bad in the sense of like you keep stuff secret, and it doesn't matter like what you're doing. It could be really good. If you're a whistleblower, if you're a journalist or whatever you are, it's like it's really good. It's really good, and privacy is very good. The Fourth Amendment is really good. Do I need a close up? It's like it's really good. It's like it's really good. It's so good, but in this day and age, at the moment in time, it's like you may not be able to do it, and so the best remedy to that is to spread it out so that the information is everywhere, so that when the FBI comes, when the government comes, when whoever comes to try to Epstein you, suicide you and everything, and take your hard drives and smash it with a hammer and everything else, it's too late. It's already on 1,000 other hard drives, and that's the value of decentralization. And of course, you could like have it on a bunch of different computers and keep it private, so it's not like decentralization and privacy are like enemies. But I'm saying in a way, in a sense, like they are enemies in some kind of way. For example, I mean that's just an example that I'm stating, and I just wanted to throw that out there for the moment. But I think that other than that, I feel pretty good about the world, even though I'm not totally okay with some of these things. Like I said, the things that I mentioned in this video, I'm not totally okay with like trying to ban free advertisement if that was the case. And it's not exactly the case, because it's like they're basically saying like you can't just like do that all the time on your Twitter. That's basically what I'm seeing. That's how I'm interpreting it. And I could be wrong about that, but that's basically what I see. I wanted to rant. I don't know how many people actually listen to my videos or whatever. I don't know that, but and I do find making videos to be a little bit harder than I thought they would be. Unless if I'm like just randomly ranting. And I think that's kind of crazy. It's harder than like, for those who don't know, it's like making videos is so hard. It's hard. I'm saying that because I'm like, I feel like I'm a veteran because I've been making videos since '96, but And I should know. But I guess it's one of the reasons why it's hard for me is because I don't do it all the time. And I used to kind of, but then YouTube deleted over 10,000 videos, and I'm not happy about that. But it's like, what can I do? What can I say? Hey man, I don't know, but what can I do? But I thought I would just throw this out here. I better I got a lot of problems. I better stop this video before my computer freezes.